Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our Indy. This is Captain April, and these are the days of our Indy.
Yeah, early this morning, Indy posted her little kind of rant on being a sex assault survivor and child sex assault and how that kind of messes with you. And I applaud her for doing this. This is when she was getting a hold of things by talking the stuff out, getting on and kind of owning it that way. It's like getting your thought. You got to. That's what therapy mostly is talking it out, getting you to verbalize it yourself, and so you can actually get it out there and wrap yourself around it. But the whole point used to be, to deal with this and come to grips with reality. Modern therapy now has totally lost that, and that's why part of it is the industry is such that the second the word trans is mentioned, like I said in that little sketch I did, but the doctors are comfortable. The second the patient says the word trans, that's it. Everything is out the window. Doesn't matter what they were diagnosed for. It's trans, and they go on that path, and their job is to help them through the part. Never mind the fact they've been diagnosed, like Indy. She's got so many disorders diagnosed. I think a lot. We don't know what there's bits of this. Here, the book. All of that should have been taken into account before they said, "Well, I'm trans." Are you sure? Someone said, "Are you sure about this? Do you really want to know?" Because you've got so many disorders here that you don't know what the hell you are, okay? And you're in no position to diagnose yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in therapy, now, would you? But she did mention, the hypersexuality. Yeah, that is a trauma response. And in fact, it's practically a prerequisite these days to go into pornography or prostitution, is being assaulted while you're a kid. Because it kicks on drives that should not be kicked on yet. She was 14. Puberty is really just kicking in full gear there, and when that happens, it's off to the races. I mean, Rosetta can testify to that too. She got in stuff happened to her when she was a kid, and as a result, she's a clinical nymphomaniac by her own admission. But also it's not just a drug, but also it's a matter of getting control over an uncontrolled situation. She had no control over that. This is a way of establishing control over this whole thing. You want it so badly? Fine. You're going to pay for it. Come on. Take a look, guys. Here, see? Happy? Want to see more? That'll be $5.99. That's establishing control over the situation. And she talked about how she said being trans has helped her. I can see that, because it gives her control. She determines things. But the problem is, on the personal level, it's control over a fantasy world you have created for yourself, Indy, and it can't hold up. You know it can't. That's why you're not going full bore into the whole thing, why you're slow walking the whole thing, because you know it's not real. You really don't want to be a boy. You just don't want to be a girl. And all the crap that's happened to you because of being a girl. So, yeah, this is not healthy on that point. It's got to implode at some point. And that's but you're getting ready to turn 30 in just under a year now. And this kind of crap takes up a lot of energy and that starts to wane at 30. You're getting too old for this shit. So you got to find another coping mechanism, kid. All right. But also on the larger level, because of the societal pressures, by making this choice, you've attracted a group of true reprobates and degenerates and bullies. Never mind the fact the material you're putting out because of this is kind of turning people off. The people who are cheering you on are bullying away what audience you got. They're getting, again, they've named names. Gene, Mistron, all these, you have just bullied them away. Somehow they've gotten moderator powers in your Fansly chat, and people are being silenced. They're being booted out. You're nowhere near the keyboards. It's not like they pissed me off. No, you weren't even there. You weren't even on the thing, and they've been booted because somebody has got has appointed themselves moderators, and they are booting people out. You are trusting the wrong people. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the traits of borderline personality is fanatical loyalty to who they determine to be friends. Well, you determine the wrong people. Okay. You need a clean house on several levels because, again, you have got a bunch of people around you that are just bullying and making a life impossible for anybody else to stick around. Because you still got a lot of people who care deeply about you, Indy, really want to help you out this, but they can't do it with these idiots around. And I think you're getting some bad advice in some circles too. And whoever the hell told you to put all your photo sets behind a paywall where you can't even see the samples. Whoever decided that one, slap them, And if you'd come up with it on your own, go in the mirror, slap yourself. Dumb. Okay. But, you have a history of trusting the wrong people, being led astray and being convinced by the wrong people. Because there's that people pleaser side in there, yourself, fight, fright, fawn, flee, and you go for the fawn more often. I mean, you're trying to make everybody happy. Well, it ain't going to happen, especially when the people who make you happy don't have your best interest at heart. But tell you what, when I put out the thing for for that video, some of the reactions, one of the reactions I got, was kind of surprising. Because I did not really expect this one right off the bat, but I can understand it here. Because here we go. I'm going to throw it on here. Because I said, I posted a thing about I posted a link to a video and said, I have thoughts. What was the first one? Turns out others have thoughts as well. And here's the response. Sorry, but I find the fact that Indy made that video disgusting. She knows people will see that with similar problems and come to join her groups like Twitter. Then she lets her mods bully these innocent people. Look at my case. I watch her video and could relate to her in a lot of ways, so I joined Twitter. I didn't even get to talk to her before her mods jumped on me, name-calling, cursing me out, and honestly made me cry at first. I was in a real low point and really wanted to talk to someone that could understand my feelings like Indy. But they hounded me. If it wasn't for you being so kind and welcoming to your group, I'd have been lost. I deeply appreciate that one. How many people will see that video and the same thing happen to them? Gene and MC picking on them. Indy knows they do, and lets them pick on victims of abuse. She's horrible for letting it happen. Think about it, Indy. You're trying to be open and think, but the idiots around you are making a toxic environment. So you're not making friends. You're not winning people over. They're coming in and they're feeling jumped on. I mean, how many of them that I didn't have an encounter with and say, hey, look, it's okay. They're walking in a buzzsaw. We had a problem. Well, how much collateral damage have I not been able to head off? Okay. But it continued on here. The second, sexual abuse is horrible, but she's making cash out of it by dressing like a little 14-year-old boy for a pedo like Gene. Says how bad it is and destroys lives and then promotes it by making videos specifically aimed at these pedos that destroy kids' lives. Sorry if this is a rant. It's just a video like this makes me feel like this. It's just the video like this she made is the reason I found her on Twitter, and she let her mods bully me for no reason. So yeah, Indy, you need to make a few choices here, okay? One, is find another coping mechanism. You know the trans is fake, okay? It's falling apart everywhere around the world. I mean, now you got girls openly faking being, sticking the dildo in the pants and that. So and you're gonna be you're already labeling that label anyway. People don't buy it. But now with these people openly mocking it, it's like, get ahead of it and get out of it, okay? Again, before you were doing fine. You seem to be doing perfectly fine there, okay? And Man, I put a lot of credence in this thing that as your ex-boyfriend started, again, had problems doing porn in the first place, bullying you out of doing the customs and stuff where you were making the cash, and then he dumps you anyway. Like, what the hell was that all about? But I got you, just questioning everything, things you probably shouldn't have been questioning, and I just woke up and I'm a boy. I remind you how many different disorders you have. What makes you think you're in any position to make a sound decision on what in the hell you are, your own thing? And plus, this whole gender, you didn't, don't have time to lecture about gender ideology. I looked it up myself. It's fucking disgusting and depraved, created by a bunch of pedos, and some of them are actual Nazi scientists. If you go back in this thing, okay? People throw the word around, but no, people who actually worked in the camps under Mengele, okay? Honest to God, Nazi party members. They experimented on people in the camps. That's what you signed on for. So you need to rethink this entire thing. You sold a bill of goods that does not add up, okay? The entire ideology is bullshit. You know it is. Deep down, you know you are not a boy. And the sooner you get your head out of your ass and stop doing this, deep dive cosplay of being a boy. Reminder, you're almost 30. The better you'll be overall, okay? Again, sooner this is going to bite you in the end. You need to learn to deal with reality. And quit finding ways to avoid it and hide out. It's not healthy. It's not going to help you in the long run. Not even helping in the short run. It's killing your business. And what I've heard about your relationship with your boyfriend, it ain't exactly healthy either. I've heard the word controlling more than once about that. It's like, good God. Indy, you're better than this, okay? But, and if anybody is pushing you to medicalize this, you need to get them out of your life immediately. Like I said, it's one thing if you just want to pretend you're a boy. So therefore, if you're a boy, therefore, what happened at 14 didn't happen. Yeah, we're talking a brain that's not particularly logical, and doesn't care about facts. But it's your way of trying to pretend it never happened. No, that was somebody else. Bullshit, Indy. It happened to you. And I hope the guys who did it got treated worse than you when they went to jail. Hope they thought what it was like to get fucked up the ass by somebody a lot bigger and meaner than they are. It would delight me to no end to find out that they ended up getting, winding up in a wood chipper somewhere, okay? Because that is, because that's one thing. If you were my kid, they'd be putting me up a charge for attempted murder. In fact, probably not even attempted. I would have killed them. Do that to my kid? No, you're going down. But reality is reality. It happened. Okay? It sucks. It's horrible. But you're not going to deal with it by burying it under some fantasy of being a boy. I mean, to this point, up until you did this thing, you actually had done pretty damn good. You managed to turn some pretty shitty shit into a pretty lucrative situation. But that self-sabotage thing came up, and now you're torpedoing it all. Now, again, I'm not trying to ran in your parade of ruin, but it's like this is not healthy. You're not going to solve anything by pretending to be a boy anymore, okay? Now, there's another comment about you don't look particularly happy doing the boy shit anyway. Dead in the eyes, it's like, the only time you come alive is really when you're doing the girl shit. Because that's when you're really being yourself. Although, frankly, even some of the girl shit's been boring as hell because it's like there's no energy there. You kind of, you never really you lost your mojo a bit. Okay. But seriously, it's time to knock it off with this and start finding some way to deal with the reality of the situation. Okay. Like, yeah, you've got control. You got control over a fantasy. One of the ugly truths of life is you really don't have much control over anything. None of us do. That's how we learn to deal with that situation that, makes or breaks it. Eh? But you also don't have to do it alone, okay? And we got plenty out on this, and not just me, but plenty willing to help you figure out a way to cope with it, Now, again, doing these videos here, I think that's good. You get back into doing that because that's one of your hallmarks on YouTube is doing these videos, talking this shit out, and help people identify with this stuff. But you got to get these idiots out of your life. They're not helping you. They're dragging you down. They're driving away anybody who might be able to help. I'm just too stupid to pay attention to it. Okay? I'm too bullheaded to be diverted by these morons. So, it's the usual. Like, share, subscribe. Links in the description. I should have been putting the super chat thing up, but no. We'll talk at you later.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.